Welcome to Circle of Meditation. The book of Proverbs is one of biblical wisdom and raises questions about values, moral behavior, the meaning of human life, and what the right life conduct looks like. When we look at the word folly, it means foolishness, rejection or disregard of the revealed moral and spiritual values on which life is based. Let's look at Eli's story. The parable of the two paths. A life's journey. In a quiet village nestled between two great mountains lived a young man named Eli, known for his impatience and fiery, stubborn spirit. Though strong and ambitious, Eli often acted without thought first and got easily frustrated by failure and delay. One day, an old sage gave Eli a worn map and said, "There are two paths to the summit. One is quick and easy, but unstable. The other is slow and winding, but firm and sure. Choose wisely." Driven by his strong sense of pride, Eli scoffed, "I will run the quick path and reach the top before sunset." And off he went. But halfway up the quick path, the path crumbled. Rocks slid under his feet, and Eli tumbled and fell down, bruised and weary. At that point, he was angry and ashamed. He just sat at the base of the mountain. That evening, he remembered a proverb his mother once told him when he was younger: "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." Proverbs 16:18. The next morning, humbled and sore, Eli decided to take the longer path. It was slow. Thorny vines scratched him, storms tested him, and wild animals roared in the distance. Many times he was scared and considered turning back. But each time he remembered, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." Proverbs 3:5-6. Along the way, Eli met others who had taken the short path and fallen. This time he was helpful. He shared his food, offered guidance, and learned to listen. The slow path seemed different. It taught him patience, strength, and wisdom. When Eli finally reached the summit, scarred but smiling, he saw the sun rise from above the clouds. It wasn't speed that got him there, but perseverance. He whispered the words of wisdom etched in his heart: "The righteous may fall 7 times but rise again." Proverbs 24:16. And with that, Eli descended, not just as a man who conquered a mountain, but as one who overcame himself. What did Eli learn? We should trust in the Lord and not lean on our own understanding. Proverbs 3:5-6. Eli learned that staying on the right path and making the good choice to change paths when you discover you've made a mistake is wisdom from God. Fools are destined for much punishment. Proverbs 19:29-26. 3 Yet they are unlikely to learn from attempts to correct them. Proverbs 17:10. Trying to correct a fool is folly within itself. Proverbs 16:22. A fool finds pleasure in wickedness or mischief. The Hebrew word for wickedness, shagamika, can refer to evil schemes or shameful conduct, and it's described as something a fool enjoys like sport or a joke. This means they delight in doing wrong, finding amusement and satisfaction in actions that are harmful, immoral, or contrary to God's will. They may not see the potential consequences or the pain their actions cause others. But a person of understanding delights in wisdom. In contrast, someone with understanding and wisdom takes pleasure in living wisely and according to God's principles. This isn't merely intellectual knowledge, but a practical application of understanding in daily life, leading to righteous living. They find joy in pursuing knowledge, making wise choices, and aligning their lives with God's Word. Proverbs 10:23 highlights a fundamental difference between those who choose a path of folly and those who choose wisdom. The foolish find their fun in harmful and wicked deeds, while the wise find their joy and fulfillment in pursuing and living out wisdom. Proverb highlights the idea that some people are so entrenched in their foolishness that no amount of punishment, correction, or even intense effort can change them. It emphasizes the importance of wisdom and discernment, suggesting that there are limits to what one can do to help those who are unwilling to learn or change. In closing, what is your takeaway from the book of Proverbs? Please comment and do not forget to like and subscribe. Be well. Sharing is caring.